Welcome to another Enjoying Art watercolor lesson. Today I'm going to show you how to paint a portrait. I'm going to take a look at where's the top versus the chin and how big I want on the left and the right. And give a little thinking. You maybe take like as long as you want. I'm going to put that here. I don't think I need that much on the under the chin area. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Take a little light color, any color you want. Okay, you got the top over here. I'm going to put it there. And this side of the face, I'm going to move the whole face a little bit more toward the right hand side. So make your decision sincerely. Okay, and this side, here you go. Now, would be the chin. Okay, like that. Here you go. Now this is the biggest outside shape of the face. So this already include the ear, so that the inside the ear, it will be right here. That's the side bun. I'm gonna coming down over here. Here you go. That's the bottom of the ear, and then coming down all the way over here. And like that. The same way that you would use graphite pencil. I'm gonna figure it out. This is what I want, and before I going into the washing. Okay, like this. That's good so far. So good. Use the water. You can use it as a eraser. Okay. Here you go. Now I'm gonna coming under this the bear coming down over here, and the neck, and could be right here. There you go. That is the hoodie. Like that. The observational measurement, all those are considered together in this process, are very critical. And here you go. Coming down, that's the shoulder. I'm doing the measuring, and all at the same time. And on this side, this will be the shoulder coming all the way to this side, right? And then I'm going to take a look at the head. The head probably can be even a little bit higher, like that. I'm already doing the thinking of the measurements, so I'm not. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to have this is the bottom of the chin, not the bottom chin. This is where the bear, the facial hair start, right here. Okay, like that. It's just starting over here. So that should be the space for the facial hair in this area. Okay, focus on one thing at a time. Now I can tell you that there's a very interesting measurement from the top to the bottom of their head, and to the nose, and the nose to here is divided into 3. I'm going to take a really focus. I think it's exactly the 3 part. So here we go. Now if this is correct, I'm going to put the mark over here, like that, and the nose, it will be right in the middle over here. We have a program coming up. It's just in case some member did not pay attention to it. That's called Portrait. Fundamental is going to start in May. And if you like to paint people, first take a look at the time, if this is right for you. So this is the bottom of the nose. That's the shape of the nose. This would be that the head over here. I draw a little bit more that you can see. Here you go, like this, and then show a little forehead right here. Okay, that's good. Right, and then we're going to divide this space into the eyebrows and the eye, and then the mouth. So, and we're going to gradually define the proportion. We're going to define the vertical space And then we're gonna come back to adjust the width. So I'm gonna take this, it's a little bit kind of brown color. That's just good. Now here we go. Now based on this dividing, that's the bottom of the nose, this is the ear. The ear looks like it can be a little bit higher. So I'm gonna define that even a little bit more. I think the bottom over here, this is good, right? So the nose over here, find the landmark, the important landmark. I'm not sure that exactly, but it would be coming up, but we don't know exactly where that's gonna going. So this side is the shadow side. You have to see that the whole thing, the shadow side, right? So now come back over here, take a look at from here to here, what's the middle? I think the middle is just right at the eye area, right here, and the lower eyelid area, and like that. If we're gonna use this, it's gonna shape look like this, and that's the middle. That's just the lower eyelid. And we're gonna get the proportion, painting the portrait as the way we are painting the shape. You can see that this and this the eye right over here, and we don't have to leave it too clean in the eye area. That's the eye actually, and the whole eye over here is actually melting into the middle of this this shadow area, and inside the eye is not white. So I'm going to put that shape over there. Can you catch that shape with me? Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to take a look on this side. That's just the shadow coming onto this side. All right, and we're going to keep going. Take a look at from the nose to the chin. Where's the middle? Keep asking yourself this question. Where's the middle? I think the middle is almost the shape on the upper lip. It's not exactly the upper lip. So this, I find this shape. And this shape coming up. And here you go, the corner over here. Now take out the lower area, the shape over here. You can see that there's a very big piece of shadow shape in the lower lip. Okay, here we go. Now, it's not exactly, this needs to be even a little bit lower. So I'm gonna figure that out. It's a little bit darker color. I need to have this a little bit lower, like that. And take a look at the shape over here, just looking for the shape. And then the side over here, and I'm going to put a little shape over here. That's a little big. Consider this is only a drawing step, okay? Okay, here you go. Now take a look at, if this is the eye area, like putting that, there's the eye coming onto this side. And this side eye, it will be here. But don't worry about the whole shadow side, actually include this eye. So the eye doesn't really need to be like isolated. It can be a part of the shadow area. So all you need to think about is the light and shadow, the big area. Okay. Now we are getting something pretty nicely. And the edge over here, when it's still a little wet, I just use the brush, make it a little bit softer. So that's how it's going to come together. There's a little bit softer over here too. Just use the brush and try to just paint with your watercolor. Let's take a look. So since this is a vertical, and I'm going to take a look at the left side over here, and take a look. This is the landmark. That's very important landmark right here. And take a look on this side. I think this would be the side of the face. A little bit more. Here you go. This is good. I'm going to start from this side. Just think about the bigger shape, bigger area. Now here we go. Now I'm going to come back to continue on the other side. I'm going to get a little bit yellow-green color right here and connect to the head. Now, if the E over here, we already know that is correct. Now, the edge of the head will be here. Coming around like this. All right, now I'm going to keep going. In a moment, you're going to see it. You're going to see that is oh, this is how the big wash is going to help. And I'm going to have a little bit more green color and get a little bit yellow. Here you go. That's good. I'm going to have a little bit darker, a little bit brighter, and probably okay. Got a little bit red if you don't want it to be so bright. So that's good. Like that. And coming, that's good. And go around the ear. Like that. Okay. So if you feel like I need a little bit more sure, so can I draw graphite pencil, make it even more and more details before I start? Yeah, this is most people would do. So do what you feel you need to do before you start this, right? So this will be the light color for the face. And then I'm gonna come in here, I start. Okay, this the skin tone. You can have that a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna put that color in a little bit later. Okay, right now just put a little bit over there. Blue color, and then I think this is good. This is the color, perfect. Now I'm gonna take a look at and the shadow side. Can you see the shadow side from the light side? That's very important. Just shadow shape and light shape. Okay, here you go. Coming down over here. And the color will change as we're coming down from the top to the bottom. But we change that a little bit later. This is good. I'm going to get a little bit going around to the other side. I'm going to get a little bit orange in this color because it's a little bit brighter. But you pay attention to the value of the color. I'm going to come around over here. So that's good. Yeah, think about it. And there's a little vertical line. And coming over here. That's good. That's a beautiful shape here. And coming a little bit higher. Okay. That's the shape. Coming here. That's good. When you get a little bit lower, get a little bit blue. And here you go. Let's keep thinking about how I can get that shape. When you get the shape correctly, you get the lightness. Okay, that's good. Okay, now this is good. I'm gonna coming back to this side. But by the way, over here, I can need to make it even darker. Get a little bit more blue. Make it even darker over here. Okay, seeing the whole shadow side. Here you go. Now coming down over here. And what we're gonna do, on the edge over here, get a little bit green. So I'm going to have, but when you squint your eye, you still see that it's a very dark area. So you don't want to have it very light. You don't want to go with that color. It's too light. It's just going to have a little bit yellow, but the overall still the very similar value because it belongs to the same shadow side. Okay, now I'm going to put this color. See, that's still dark. That's good. Have a little bit soft, transitional, and also this color over here. You're gonna coming down. Inside over there, I'm gonna set a little bit, have a little bit yellow color, a little bit yellow gray color like that. Okay, just get a little yellow with a little blue. You can see inside the shadow over here, there's a little bit darker. Okay, like that. And no worry about the inside the iris yet. Just get that color in. This is pretty good. Now I'm gonna have a little bit orange color, make a little bit small changes, and take the yellow and the red, that's the orange, right? That is going to be used for around the eye because that color is very sensitive and very bright. Okay, here you go. I don't need that much paint, just a little bit. Here you go. Coming over here. Be careful, everything is still wet. You don't want to make everything all connected. Okay, just a little bit like this, and have a little bit. Oh, that actually coming around over here. At the top over here, have a little bit more orange brown color. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna have this color connected. Now at the same time over here, okay, don't give up on your passion. Okay, that's good. That's good. Over here can be a little bit darker. That's good. Now I'm gonna have that not so bright, so come back a little bit, and also have a little red. Okay, so much red. Okay, here you go. Now I'm going to get a little bit softer color. Here you go, coming in here, and also have a little bit softer color. Okay, that's good. Now I'm going to softly coming into blend it in. Okay, have a little bit orange red color. Okay, make it a little bit brighter. Here you go. And that's good. Take that color and come back to the nose. After it dry, it actually look lighter. So I'm gonna come back here. Have a little bit soft transition. Here you go. Ooh. I'm gonna start adding a little shape over here. Here you go. A little shape like that coming too. And I'm gonna have just use the water, soften that a little bit, make it a little bit softer. Here you go. Now I'm gonna have those color coming into here again one more time. Okay, that's good. Okay, pretty nice. Now we're gonna finish it by adding some darker color to some dark shadow area. Now here you go. I'm going to show you. For example, over here. That's good. Now really make this look crisp and finish. Okay, that's it. Over here, a little bit like that. A little bit not so dark. So I'm going to add the dark color on the top over here. That's a little bit darker like that. And coming over, and I'm gonna have something a little bit lighter. So I'm just gonna soften that a little bit, connect it, because this area is still in the light side. So I don't want to have the same dark as the other, right? I'm gonna have this a little bit lighter. Just a little bit shape, coming like that. And there's some shadow side over here. And here you go. Put a little bit shape over here. That will be good. And I'm gonna keep it like that. I don't need to give too much of indication into that. Now I'm gonna come into the eye, to the nose, nostril. And before I move forward, I'm going to use the 1-inch flat brush. I'm gonna coming over here to give some reorganizing. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to just take the little red color. Reorganize. This already dry. So make sure it dry before you come to do this step. Okay, very important. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit over here, take a little bit more red, looking for the color. What color I add to it, it will look like the final. Okay. Now here you go. Now I'm going to have this, just use the corner of this brush, like that. Here you go, like this. That's good. See that? Ooh, beautiful. And I'm gonna have on the outside of the nose, and here you go. Have it come over here. That's good. and coming over here. That's good. And the top, oh, don't worry about that. Right here, coming a little bit over here. You see, have a larger brush, actually connect the color much easier and better. Now look at this inside over here. That's a little bit darker. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna bottom over here also make it a little bit, not so much paint. It's a little bit less. I'm gonna have it coming up like this. Yeah, and here you go. A little bit softer over here. Tap on it. And sometimes a larger area, you need to have the large brush to organize it. Now you can see this is good. Now I'm gonna have that lift up a little bit. That's good. Like that. That's good. And the top over there, I'm gonna take a little bit blue color. Here you go, right over here. And the large brush really making it helpful and cover a little bit of the eyebrows. Okay, that's good. Like that. And that looks good. Now I'm gonna working into the details. And let's see. Now I'm gonna first working on the eye. And the eye is a simple. It's just a few shapes. Very few simple shape. And what I'm gonna do, I take a look at the inside over here. Is dark enough or not? And first thing, I'm gonna make it a little bit darker. Just get these three colors together, a little bit gray. I'm gonna make sure that it's darker. If otherwise, it's really shine. It doesn't really need to be shine inside the shadow. Okay, like that. And take a look at this. Is the color is fine already. So I'm gonna start adding the darker shape for the eye line. So here you go. Take a little bit darker color. This will be the color, almost like a purplish color. That's good. Like this. Inside the shadow area, you don't have to make it so dark. Okay, and it could be very simple line. Very simple. Very simple. It's that one line. That's good. Another line. Here you go. A little bit darker coming over here. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to get a little bit blue. Here you go. And the lower part, this eye over here. That's good. Like that. Coming around. Here you go. Now, is that how simple? Now I'm looking at inside the eye. What color is it? A little bit bluish. So I'm going to add a little blue color. Here you go. Now I'm going to get a little bit blue color. In the middle, it has a little light shade. So I'm going to leave a little light shade. Okay, here you go. Like that. And the lower part. And here we go. That's the iris. And two parts. One is on the top, one is on the bottom. Okay, like that. And the center. Connect that a little bit. Here you go. Now it looks good. From here, I'm gonna have this connected to the top over here. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna add. Let's working on here to the other side of the eye. I like to work on one eye and then the other eye right following, and one after another. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna come back here to do that one more time. Now I know a little bit better this line, like that, and then a little bit darker on this line, but you don't want to make it very dark. Okay, there's a limit on each of the shade. Okay, that's good, like that. Now I'm going to come into to put a little bit bluish blue greenish color, a little bit purplish as well. Looking into the iris. Here you go. Here you go, like right here. Okay, again, a little bit right here. Okay, that's good. And then come back to add some even darker in the shadow. Okay, now that's good. Now you see not much about in the eye. This is very important is how you arrange all other shapes is most important. And I'm gonna have this a little bit darker as well. I'm gonna have a little bit soft color transition, a little bit soft color. Okay, here we go. And also the upper eyelid is not really that light. I'm gonna take this color, mix into this a little bit darker. Here you go. That's good, much better. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna give a little suggestion for the eyebrow on this side. Here you go, like that. A little bit eyebrow. Like that. It's simple. Just put a little bit shape, a little gray color. And I'm gonna come back here to get a little bit red. Okay, a little bit red. Make a little bit warm brown color. Here you go. And I think this need to be darker. This color. A little bit darker with this color. That's good. And very good. And a little bit like that. And also here. Here you go. That's good. Like that. And now we make it richer and richer. Okay, here you go. And the corner over here. Make that a little bit deeper. Okay. Very nice. I'm gonna have this a little bit softer coming up. Alright. And I'm gonna have that color coming over here. And take a look at a little bit color over here, a little bit softer. Here you go. That again. I'm gonna have a little bit orange color over here in the middle. Okay, that's good. Okay, have a little bit red color over here. Okay, that's good. On the shadow side of the nose, and I'm gonna lift up a little bit over here, and the top up over here. Here you go. This calligraphy brush can help you to remove color. Here you go, coming down a little bit, softly, not much. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna get the darker color. Here you go. I'm gonna mix the blue and the red color, very dark, and this color very dark. Here you go. Coming back to the eye, and the top over here, and the bottom over here, a little bit darker line, and look at, you can see the middle of the iris, and there's a little bit darker color over here, and then you can take a look at the space between the two eyes, and this need to be coming into the center. Okay, here you go. Coming in a little bit more to the middle. Okay, here you go. That's good, right? That's good, like that. And coming, take a look on this side. This is the corner over here, and also the top over here. A little line over here, and take a look at the top of the iris. That is in the middle of the cast shadow. Now, that's good. Observation. Look for it and find it, and you can paint it. If you cannot see it, that would be different issues. If you see it, and I'm sure you can find a way to accomplish it. Okay, that's good. Okay, now I see the eye is pretty good over there. Okay, on this side. See the bottom of the eye here, and you can see there. Very nice. That's the eye in the shadow. Now I'm gonna have a little bit line coming over here. That's good. You can still glaze even more color into it. Now coming into the nose, right? That you can see the nostril is right here. Okay, here you go. Nostril. That's very deep, right over here. That's good. A little bit darker shape over here too. Okay, that's good. And look at the mouth over here. It's already good. And the corner over here. And this, I think this is fine. I don't need to do more into that. And I think I'm gonna come to the side of the nose, very important. I'm gonna have a little bit darker brown color. Mix this color with a little orange. That's good, but have a little bit more red. Pay attention to that because you only use the 3 colors, right? So it's very easy that it's more red or more blue, and it's very easy to find the answer. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna see that a little bit here. Coming down, a little bit shape like that. That's good. And then, I'm going to go up, just have a little red, clean my brush. So have a little red, mix into that. Let's get a little red, like that. A little bit more red. Here we go. Now I'm going to have this. And finish this triangle. Okay. Nice. Okay, that's good. And the bottom over here, I'm gonna have also this color wrapping around the bottom. Here you go, like that, wrapping around the bottom over here. Here you go, on this side, I'm gonna add a little bit darker color, showing the side. Okay, here you go, like that. And also here, the bottom over here, see a little triangle coming out. And that's good. Like this. Now I'm gonna let go most of the paint and just use the brush. Just brush it over. That's good. Another technique. And now inside over here, I do want to have even darker. Right in here. I'm gonna have this a little dark color. And then in this corner, you see that is a lot darker. Okay, that's good. Like that. Softer. Like that. That's good. And see, this looks good. And take a look at in this area, a little bit darker. But these 2 colors very similar. I need to brush over. Have that connected. That's good. Like that. Here you go. A little bit texture over here, suggesting the eyebrow. Okay. All right. Soften that a little bit. And that's okay. And over here, the color looks great already. But if you want to have a little bit even more fine-tuning in the shadow side, this area have a little bit lighter, a little bit smoother. You just use the calligraphy brush. Don't lift up too much, just a little bit, okay? A little bit. So if you lift up too much, you want to put the color back into it. Okay, that's good. All right, you want to have that a little bit soft, a little bit light. I'm going to brush the color back a little bit to it. That's good. Ooh, see the layering? That's very nice. I'm going to have a little bit of this color. Put that in here. See that separate. This is the eye, this is the outside. Yes, so always a continuous developing. And the eyebrow, I'm going to have a little bit darker over here, have a little bit separate. That's good, like that. That's good. And now I'm going to even have a little bit green color on the top over there. It's not just bright green. Over here, I'm going to have this color. Now, there's always can find something to do, okay? And if you want to continue, okay, here you go. And over here too, get a little bit blue color. And I get a little bit blue in here. You see that? There's coming a little color coming here. Tap on it. And I have a little color coming through. Okay, and that's good. And also have a little bit color coming over here, like that. And that's good. And I'm going to soften that a little bit. I don't want that too much texture. And now I'm going to have a little bit texture coming over here. And now you can also do the stars. The little bit purplish color here you go. You don't want it to be too dark. It's just a little bit soft color. You got the one star in the middle. Okay, it must be means very something significant to him that wearing this hat. Okay, here you go, like that. That's one. That's another. Looking for the motion. Okay, like that. Look again. Yeah, coming up a little bit. You don't have to make it too flat, too straight. Okay, that's good. I'm going to have another one over here. And here you go. And another one over here. Here you go. And continue. That will be a little purplish. And on this side, it's not really that clear. Give enough suggestions, convincing details. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to have a little bit over here. Okay, a little bit like that. That's good enough. All right, now I'm going to have a little bit. And some little line wrap around like this. That's the wrap around line. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna soften that a little bit too much. Okay, and I'll come back here. Here we go. And I'm gonna finish the little details of the shirt, of the clothing. Here we go. Now I'm gonna have even darker. Here you go. And like this. That's very well. And that's good. And a little bit like that. I'm gonna have a little line coming up over there. A little bit too sticky. Okay, that's good. And I'm gonna have a little bit reddish color to create that feeling of this. Like that. It's good. And have a little redness color over here. That's good. Like that. And that will be enough details for that. I'm going to have some really dark color. A really dark color. Here you go. Here you go. Right here. And that's a little bit connected. I also have a little dark color over here. Good, that's good. And I'm going to have a little dark color right over here. That's good. Little dark color over here. And also a little bit more face over here on the corner. Make it a little bit more sincere. Okay, here you go. Right here. A little bit shape over here. A little bit shape here. Okay, like this. I'm going to have this. So the portrait series And starting from portrait fundamental, and we also have the oil track, start from the oil fundamental and then going into portrait. So connect with what you learn in the drawing, the portrait fundamental, and would eventually go into portrait in oil. And if this is what you are hoping that you're going to do in your life, yeah, at some point, and that would be now. Okay, and now I'm going to add the ear. I'm going to put this even a little bit darker, like that. That's good. There you go. Now this painting is finished.